Iran is hosting leaders from around the world in what's called the Non-Aligned Movement. It was founded during the Cold War as a counterweight to the influence of the United States and the Soviet Union. This is the scene there now. The two-day conference is just getting underway. Syria's new Prime Minister is among those attending, as is the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon.
An historic meeting. The new Egyptian president, Mohamed Morsi, has met with his Iranian counterpart. It's the first time an Egyptian president has visited Tehran since the country's Islamic Revolution in 1979. Iran cut diplomatic ties with Egypt because of Cairo's peace accord with Israel. Morsi is there to open the Non-Aligned Movement Summit. The movement, born at the height of the Cold War, started as a group of nations who saw themselves independent of the two power blocs of the time, Moscow and Washington. It's since grown into a vehicle championing the interests of developing states. Representatives from more than 100 countries are attending the summit. Morsi will hand the rotating presidency over to Iran. Tehran has an ambitious agenda for the summit, including launching a peace effort that includes Egypt and 3 other countries to help resolve the Syrian crisis.
Iran will head the group for the next 3 years. For Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, it's a platform to fight back against sanctions and attempts to isolate Iran. The country will never develop an atomic bomb, but won't give up peaceful nuclear energy, he told leaders like Afghanistan's Hamid Karzai and Palestinian Mahmoud Abbas. The West is not convinced. Morsi used his speech to criticize as oppressive the government of Syria, a regime which Iran staunchly supports. He urged the opposition to unite. UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon's also attending, defying calls from the US and Israel to boycott the event.
The Islamic Republic is not after nuclear arms and will never forego the right of its people to peaceful use of nuclear energy. Our motto is nuclear energy for all and nuclear arms for none.
The Syrian foreign minister has walked out of the Non-Aligned Movement summit in Iran. 120 nations were attending. The NAM group is for those countries not allied to any major power bloc. Among the first to speak was Egypt's President Mohamed Morsi. He had tough words for the Syrian government.
We express our solidarity with the struggle of the Syrian people against an oppressive regime that has lost legitimacy. This is not only an ethical duty, but also a political and a strategic necessity.
Well, not only Morsi, but also the UN chief Ban Ki-moon using this platform to talk about Syria. Let's take a listen to what Ban Ki-moon had to say.
Now we face the grim risk of long-term civil war, destroying Syria's rich tapestry of communities. Those who provide arms to either side in Syria are contributing to the misery. Further militarization is not the answer. The situation cannot be resolved with the blood and the bodies of more than 18,000 people and counting. There should be no more bullets and bombs. I urge all parties, in the strongest possible terms, to stop the violence now.